What's going on, everyone? Jim Like Halo here, back again, and today we are talking about Doom: The Dark Ages. Now, this game is the third game in a trilogy of new Doom era games, being 2016 Eternal, and now this game Dark Ages, which is a prequel to Doom 2016. And man, oh man, is this game good. Now, it was revealed, I believe, last year in 2024, and it has 22 chapters. I don't know how many chapters are in Eternal or 16 specifically, but the amount of them doesn't really matter because they would kind of be split up weirdly. But basically, some of them are like dragon levels, and you'll get on land. I'll show this stuff. And then some of them are mech levels, and then most of them are just the regular, Doom levels. So, let's start. I think Beth might be a good one. Also, I don't know how loud this is going to be in the recording. Probably not that loud, but the freaking main menu music, incredible. Absolutely incredible, bro. It's so, so good. The soundtrack finishing move did. I'll link the playlist I made in the description for the full thing because it's on YouTube, but it's not on YouTube Music specifically. It's weird like that. But yeah, I'll have it down there. It's my favorite soundtrack of the three. This game is my favorite of the three. That's just my opinion. I think objectively, it's probably pretty much on par with Eternal, I think, in terms of just like really good all around, but it's really, really good, man. Okay, so yeah, so if you go back and play a level, because I finished the game, so it's basically like you go with all your equipment, but basically how this game works is you'll have your weapons just like every other Doom. And instead of weapon mods like in Eternal, you just kind of press X and it switches to like that other gun, which is kind of nice. You also obviously have your Sentinel shield, which when you superheat metal, you can throw it and it'll just blow the frick out. You can also use it to unlock things. It's very good for just weaker enemies because this Doom has a lot of like smaller enemies on screen just to get like armor and health really quickly like that. There is not a chainsaw in this game to get ammo because ammo is so plentiful. You either find it on the ground or you just kind of get it from glory killing. Or actually, you use your melee, which I have the flail on right here. It just gives you all you need. So that makes this game, like with the shield, you can just block all damage. It makes it very easy. Like on Hurt Me Plenty, it is much easier than Doom Eternal on Hurt Me Plenty, for example. But I think on a higher difficulty, it could definitely get harder. Like the parry window is definitely going to be smaller on like Pandemonium difficulty, which I don't know if I would ever play. I'm not that good at these games, but considering I'm not that good, this is my favorite one to play because it's a lot more uh, like parry heavy instead of like dodge and movement mobility based. But how do I open this door? But yeah, what I really like about these missions is in this game, because they're more open-ended, open zone missions, you have to, well, you don't have to, but I almost never looked at the map in Doom Eternal because it was much more linear. But this map actually helps because I know where to actually go. But then another thing I wanted to mention is what's really, really fun is every level has like these challenges, and the one you're looking at is just mastery because I already did the challenges for this level. But they have like specific sub-objectives which will reward you with either weapon camo or gold or some kind of item to help you. But the once you fully upgrade a weapon, you can then get a mastery challenge for them, and then you just do what it says however many times, and then you will get uh, the golden skin for said weapon. Like you can grind gold camos in Doom like it's Call of Duty. It is very cool, very fun to do. But yeah, that's how that goes. Am I supposed to clear out the enemies? I'm not totally remember what is going on here, but I think I do. Yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, everything I liked about Doom Eternal, me personally, is like this is very much a Doom game still, but it feels very different with how it plays with the parrying and shield throw and stuff like that. But it still very much feels similar to Doom Eternal. Obviously, still a Doom game made by id Software, but I don't know. It feels very different and similar at the same time, but that's what makes it a good sequel, is it feels really different. And, they couldn't obviously just do the same thing, but I really, really like this game. It's my current game of the year. That will change when Metro Prime 4 comes out, obviously. That's probably gonna be my second favorite game ever made because Metro Prime's my favorite game ever made. So this is getting off topic. We're talking about Doom. This does actually, with the more open-ended zones on how you upgrade your weapons at this thing, and not just your weapons, but your shield has different like rune abilities, and then you can have three different melee weapons. So not even like just thinking about Metroid, like first-person shooter, whatever. This game actually kind of reminds me of how you go about it. It's really not that similar to it. I'm just making excuses. Um, But I don't know, man. I'm just maybe just because it's sci-fi, big suit, get upgrades. That's just the basics that are similar between the two games. They're really not that alike, but I don't know, man. I just can't wait. But yeah, this game is awesome. The soundtrack is awesome. Like I said, favorite of the three. My favorite game of the three. Just the shield bash alone and throwing it. The shield is just awesome. But yeah, overall, that's what I have to say about this game. Oh, a few like nitpicks. These are things that, like I said, I love this game. But if I had to say anything, I think the game, like, it is a little dark, like visually, which is kind of funny because it's called the Dark Ages. But it's probably like a mostly a stylistic thing, artistic choice. And even with HDR enabled, the colors are not like super bright. They're much more dull and seem like muted. It's just a darker game. Sometimes I find it like in certain environments, like this one's fine because there's a light up here, but in certain environments, I find it kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to tell the difference of where I'm going, especially on big environments. Kind of looks the same, which is why you got to use the map. But yeah. Other than that, uh, the performance is really good. It's optimized, runs really well on the Series X. I think it runs pretty okay on the Series S and PS5. Um, sure you get more frames, but like the game it looks good and runs well, so that's what matters at the end of the day. But yeah, overall, that's what I got about to say about Doom Dark Ages. One of the best gameplay loops in current games, just like Doom Eternal was, and yeah, there's more of it here. So if you like Doom Eternal, you'll probably like this game. It's on Game Pass, so you can check it out, and I will have a video showing you how to get Game Pass for free to play this game for free if you really want to. All you have to do is use Microsoft Rewards, but that's for another video. But yeah, let me know what you think of Doom the Dark Ages, because I really, really like this game, and I've seen some very differing opinions on the internet between this and Eternal. Some people like it more, some people don't like it at all. I don't know, stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. Be sure to leave this a like on the video if you want to see more stuff like this, and subscribe if you want to know when those come out. But that's all for this video, basically, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. I really ought to end this recording earlier. Okay, there is one more thing I forgot to mention if you're still watching this video. Um, well, not I mentioned it briefly, but the something that's very different about this game is there is sections in the game where you go in a giant mech like it's Titanfall, and it's awesome. So I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about this. And there's also levels where you ride on a dragon. Now, if you saw any of the marketing, you would know this, but to actually play it is just like so cool. And as for the mech levels, like I'm showing you here, um, it's pretty linear. There's not like super in-depth like the usual gameplay, but it's just really cool to be able to do these little combos in a giant thing like this, and then you get a giant mini gun you can shoot stuff with. These are pretty short levels overall, so they're definitely nice little things to break up the pace of the game overall, because the open zone levels can get decently long at times when you're looking for a bunch of secrets like I do, but I definitely think they help. And you know, they're short and quick, and they're not like annoying at all. They're just really fun. I always look forward to them when they happen, but yeah, just wanted to mention that for the mechals. As you can see, just combo finisher, more Doom satisfaction. That's the mech level. Let's show a dragon level as well, just to pat at the pat. Okay, so here we are on a dragon level. Um, I know this is. If you don't know anything about Doom, you're like, this is kind of absurd. I thought this was just a first-person shooter game, and then you go in a mech and you freaking ride a dragon. But honestly, it just feels so, I don't know, normal for this game. Like when you play it, like, oh yeah, of course I go on a dragon, you know? Of course I'm in a giant mech. Because, like, they subtly, like in the Ancient Gods Part 2, when you're on the World Spear, in Doom Eternal, you ride a dragon to get to one of your destinations, so you're already familiar. Oh, Slayer dragons? Yeah, we've seen this before. Now you actually get to ride it and use it like you would. And I was trying to describe how this played, or the story of this game, to someone I knew, and I'm like, think about the Dark Ages of Doom is like the Clone Wars of Star Wars. It's a prequel that had like a lot of significance and story elements to the Doomslayer and the new current Doom trilogy. But it's really, really cool when you actually be able to play it after all this time. And I just love playing these. Like the perfect dodges and parries in this game are just so, so satisfying, especially after playing Expedition 33. I was trained for this. It's nowhere near as hard as that game, at least not on the lower difficulties, but yeah, I think that's the last couple of things I had to say about this game. I just wanted to slot these in here, because this game deserves a good video since it's such a good game that I really, really like, that I will definitely be replaying years down the line, just like Eternal. There will be a DLC. I don't know if it'll be later this year or next year, but there is going to be at least like one DLC, like Ancient Gods. I don't know if it'll be split up in two parts like that one in Eternal, but we will see. And when that comes out and I play it, there will definitely be a video on that. So, like I said before, if you want to see when that comes out, definitely be sure to stay subscribed and stay tuned for that. Now, this is the official end of the video. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next one.